Hi there, this is teacher Paula from VFIS. Nice to see you. Today I'm going to read you a bit about this book. It's written by Tove Jansson and the book is called Who Will Comfort Tafel? Let's start. Who lives inside this little house? It's Tafel, all alone. Poor Tafel doesn't notice quite how lonely he has grown. Outside he hears the croak's shrill howl, Hemulen's heavy tread. As nervously he lights his lamps to guide his way to bed. Around him, forest creatures close their doors against the night and keep each other safe from harm with smiles and warmth and light. But Tafel's feeling cold and sad, with no companion near. He burrows under bedclothes, body shivering with fear. So who will comfort Tafel? Tell him, hush now, it's okay. Life is bound to seem much brighter when tomorrow comes your way. Next morning, in the foggy grey, before the sun comes out, Tafel decides to step outdoors and have a peek about. He made it through the night, but he would rather eat his hat for breakfast every day than spend another night like that. He packs his case and runs headfirst into the misty gloom. Then looking back, he sees that all the lamps inside his room are burning low. When Tafel left, he didn't close his door, and now he groans to think of raindrops dripping on his floor. But who will comfort Tafel? For in fact a happy band of fellow Tafels moved straight in and took the place in hand. So Tafel walks for miles until he sees a crowd of folk, all laughing with each other, taking time to share a joke. But no one spots poor Tafel, and he guesses with dismay that nobody will notice him or even look his way. He watches from the shadows as 4 villagers scoot past, and 8 contented wumsies, each more jolly than the last. Mumble and moo with daisy chains, they are all in party mood. Tafel could go and talk to them, no one would think him rude. But who will comfort Tafel? Who will tell him in the end, if all you do is hide away, you'll never find a friend? A few miles further on, and Tafel's shoes begin to pinch. His feet are sore and tired. He cannot move another inch. He parks his trusty suitcase underneath the sun's bright glare. What a relief, thinks Tafel, that I've got a comfy chair. And as he sits, soft music floods his ears from far away, where Snufkin plays his silver flute in summer's sleepy bay. Snufkin has never had a heavy load or painful fit. He wanders through green fields of flowers. His life must be a treat. But who will comfort Tafel and persuade him that a song is better than a suitcase when the road is hard and long? So Tafel trudges westwards, though in fact he doesn't know where he'll end up or what to do or where on earth to go. And as he tiptoes through the woods, he hears the sound of bells and spots some merry wumsies spinning around the carousels. Dancers with flowers on their tails and lights as bright as moons, and heaps of pancakes stuffed with jam and cakes and macaroons. While Hemulen lights fireworks near the tall umbrella trees, How lonely it must feel to be a Toffel no one sees. So who will comfort Toffel and explain the things they go? They would know that he was there if he only would say hello. Toffel picks up his case and makes his way towards the beach. He sees a big white shell. What luck! It's just within his reach. He pulls his shoes off, feels his toes sink into the soft white sand, as he admires the pale blue sky, the sea, the rippling land. How wonderful, thinks Toffel. I can rest, or dance, or shout, or fill my hat with pebbles. Even so, he can't work out why he is still not happy. There is no one in his way, no Hemulen or Grok nearby. He ought to feel okay. So who will comfort Toffel and remind him that a shell is nicer when there is somebody to show it to as well? In shallow water near the shore, mysteries are afloat. Toffel can see a bottle and inside it there is a note. He paddles out to rescue it, to see what it might say. If it was signed, the sea washed its signature away. But Toffel has the moon, which is the perfect reading lamp. He will work it out, although the words are blurred and damp. He reads aloud, I'm terrified. Won't someone come and help? Won't someone protect me when the Grok begins to yelp? If you are strong and wise and brave, please will you call or write? I'm just a little missile and it's very nearly night. Toffel can't bear to think of it. A girl, alone and sad. His heart beats fast. This letter is the first he's ever had. He folds it carefully in half and keeps it near his chest, feeling as if it's meant for him, though it was not addressed. He leaves his hat and shoes behind and takes a gentle dip. Only a small one, though. This sea is too cold without a ship, Toffel decides. He empties out the pebbles from his case, then climbs inside and rows away, keeping a steady pace. The moonlight winks and Toffel thinks, I'm happy, yes indeed. I know a miffle needs me, and a miffle's all I need. So Toffel sails past 3 whales, each with a waterspout. The sky is grey, a gloomy day. Toffel hears someone shout, By Jove, I'm cold! It's Hemulen. His voice is hoarse and gruff. Inside his rubber ring he wriggles, Brr, I've had enough. And Toffel says quite shyly, I am absolutely sure, if you'll excuse me for saying so, that we have met before. Filiong, in her party frock, waves as she floats nearby. 9 Wompsies pass in 6 blue boats, and number 5 says hi. I should reply, thinks Toffel, since she said hello to me. But who will comfort Muffle if I dabbled endlessly? The Grok's Black Mountain hideaway looms over Toffel's head. I think I'll visit Boodle, where his fishing net is spread, says Toffel. But I'd best be quick and not get into the way, if Bobble and his friends, the Wompsies, on their holiday. Excuse me, Bobble, but has Miffle passed your fishing rod? Yes, I believe she has, says Bobble. It was rather odd. She flew past in a panic, just a day or so ago. And as for where she ended up, well, only Groke would know. Toffel, I'd love to have you to spend the afternoon with me. But who will comfort Miffle if you linger by the sea? Night falls as Toffel wanders through a forest where the swarms of bats all shake their wings at him, and little furry forms of creatures brush against his legs, and pairs of peering eyes stare from among the tree trunks. He hears whispers, growls, and cries, and though he's very frightened, Toffel knows he must be brave. There is a frightened Miffle that he simply has to save. He dives inside the nearest hole as Groke begins to shriek, but makes himself climb out again. How can I be so weak? He stamps on angry foot. At last, rage has replaced his fear. Scared Miffles need brave Toffels when the frightful Grokes appear. What is this dark and silent place? Is it the Groke's black yard? Yes, if the moon is hiding and the ground is frozen hard, and here's the Groke with yellow eyes, a fierce and awful sight, chilling the air around her, turning afternoon to night. Toffel is very nervous. If he makes a small mistake, his plan might fail. He knows it has to work for Miffle's sake. Toffel begins his battle dance and hopes that he can win. When Groke is least expecting it, he bites her on the shin. Groke howls and runs away. Poor Miffle, always quick to scare, is even quicker to console, now Groke's no longer there. Now Toffel looks at Miffle. They exchange a timid smile. That says as much as words, perhaps, but only for a while. Since there are certain things that even smiles cannot express. I'll write to you instead, says Toffel. That's the answer. Yes. But when he tries to write about how lonely he has been, about his house and Hemlen, the smooth white shell she's seen, the Groke, the night he sailed the sea, he finds no words will come. He is too shy to write his tale. Poor Toffel is struck dumb. So who will comfort Toffel now? Will someone lend a hand and help him write to Miffle so that she can understand? When Miffle reads the letter, which she finds a little tough, Toffel's peculiar signature is difficult enough. Her roses turn from white to red, right before Miffle's eyes. Miffle falls into Toffel's arms, gives him a hug and cries, "Forget the past and all your fears. Think of the super fun that we can have. I would love to see the beach, a sail, the sun." So off they sail, two special guests on Filichong's red boat. The Womsies wave and cheer to see the happy pair afloat. And Miffle knows, and Toffel knows, that both have seen the end of fear and fright and long dark night. Now each has found a friend. I just read the story Who Will Comfort Toffel? It was written by Tove Jansson, and the book is about friendship and also a bit about loneliness, and really important themes and topics at the moment when we're living a bit uncertain times. Well, hopefully all of you will have friends and family there near you. Please everybody keep safe. Bye.